All right, welcome everyone to another Xanthomist Power Players team call. We're excited tonight because tonight we're going to talk about money. It's one of my very favorite subjects because, it's not the most important thing in the world, but it sure helps. It helps with so many things: health issues, financial issues, legal issues, children issues, whatever it is in life. Things are just easier when you have money to hire attorneys and doctors and whatever you have to do to take care of life. So I love to talk about money, health and wealth, the two most important things, I think, for everybody. So we're going to talk about that tonight. All right. So for those of you who are new to our calls, I just want to let you know there is a chat at the bottom of the video. You may say hello to all of us, or if you do host and panelist only, it's just Michael and I, or if you turn it to everyone, there's a drop down, you can do that. And you can say hello where you're tuning in from. That would be great. And if any of you have a product testimonial that you'd like to share at the end of this presentation, just raise your hand. Both, they should be at the bottom of your screen. If you don't see them, you click more with the three little dots and you'll see the additional things. All right, so what we're going to do before we get started with the presentation is I'm going to share my screen for a moment to talk about the news. And on our team site, lifeasitcouldbe.com. And not actually on the main page. So the things that we talk about, we have our team updates every week. So click here for the team update. You'll see everything, but I'm only going to talk about one of those things right now because you can do that. And that's Texas. Texas is so important. This event just keeps getting bigger and bigger. So we've just added another hour to the schedule because, and I haven't added this part yet, but we've got the president of the company, Kevin Fournier. We have the CEO and co-founder, Stuart Finger. We have David D'Arcangelo, the global marketing director, and he is the one who kind of created Xanthomist based on a collaboration of so many things and other people and stuff that were involved. But he's going to talk about how it came to be and what's coming in the future because of this new technology that Xanthomist helped evolve, this 10x pure technology. And I don't know what we're going to call it, 100x, 500x technology now, but it's amazing. And of course, Michael Swilling, we have top CTFO leaders that are going to be there, new and upcoming leaders, existing leaders. So it's amazing. And here's our schedule. Oh, by the way, our venue, we moved it to the Holiday Inn at the DFW Airport West. This is in Bedford. It is a free shuttle to the airport, like a 7-minute ride to the gate. Free shuttle, and we negotiated free breakfast in here for $129 rate. So click here to reserve your room. Here's the links to the hotel website, as well as directions if you're driving there. And of course, if you want to stay somewhere else, there's other hotels. But why would you want to stay at the Holiday Inn? Because Michael is going to be there, because David D'Arcangelo is going to be there, because Kevin lives there, so he won't be there. Stuart Finger will be there. Dr. Templeman was going to stay in the house that we rented, but guess what? He's going to be at that hotel because he wants to meet all of you. He wants to spend time with all of you, breakfasts, lunches, dinner, just hanging out. And he's going to be there Friday night at our Mix and Mingle. Here's our agenda at this Mexican restaurant. It's 2 miles if you want to walk. No, I think it's 1 mile. We talked about that, Michael. 1 or 2 miles. It's like a 20-minute walk. So I guess that would be 1 mile away from the hotel if you want to walk it, or jump in an Uber, or there's going to be lots of people there with cars. So we can, and the hotel has a shuttle, 11 people. So you might have to wait for the second one if you're taking the shuttle, but we can all get to this Mexican restaurant and we can just 6 to 9 p.m., come whenever, leave whenever. We have it reserved for our team at that point in time, and they're going to be making special mangosteen margaritas. So that'll be exciting. And then listen to the Saturday schedule. 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. is a VIP coffee hour. Kevin is going to be emceeing it. He's going to do like a town hall meeting where he'll be there. Dr. Templeman will be there. Stuart Finger will be there. Top leaders will be there. And you're free to ask any question you want. He will call on the person with the most appropriate answer to answer that. What an opportunity. I'm excited. Then the doors are going to open, and then we're going to have a lunch hour. And during the lunch hour, listen to this. It's going to be a product experience lunch hour. And Dr. Templeman is going to start it off. So we're going to be eating because we got it all set up classroom style. We can get our food and we can eat while we're listening to product experiences. And Dr. Templeman is going to start off with all the product experiences that he has seen over the years, helping treat his patients that when he was still an active practicing physician, as he treated his patients with mangosteen products and what results they experienced, and what he has seen now with the new technology of mangosteen being able to get it directly into our bloodstream instantly. So he'll start it off, and then we'll all share our product experiences. Beforehand, I will be sending all attendees a little how to do a product testimony, how much time you have, what you can't say, what you can say, all of that. But what an amazing opportunity to be able to learn from each other and what we're experiencing with this incredible product. So now we're getting into the event. It's now 12:30 to 5:30. We're going to have 2 sessions. We're going to have a break in between. The first session, I've got we're working on this agenda, but in the first session, we're going to be hearing from Kevin Fournier about the company. We're going to hear from David DiArcangelo about how does Xantho Mist, how was it created? Like he first heard about mangosteen and then what, and the research and how it evolved using this 10x into this incredible nano emulsion we have now. That'll be amazing. Dr. Templeman is going to be talking about it a couple of times during the day. One about mangosteen, really letting you know how it works in the body and how it really can help people. And then the other one is Xantho Mist, specifically this particular very unique product, the only thing like it in the marketplace. So I'm excited for that. We're going to also be hearing Evelyn Monroy, who I don't even have on the agenda yet because I found out was coming. She's going to be doing a little talk about Mexico. All the leaders are going to be in all the Spanish-speaking markets, by the way, in Europe, in Spain. We got Xantho Mist all over the world now, and we got so much to talk about. Folks, you don't want to miss this opportunity to be here. You want to get people here. You want to fill up cars and drive there if you have to. You want to sleep 4 to a hotel room, $129 divided by 4. I've done this before. As a matter of fact, there's a couple of women on this call that we've slept 4 or 5 in a room, bringing in 2 double beds, 2 women to a bed and bringing in a rollaway. We've had to when we first started this career 30 years ago when we didn't have the budget to stay in fancy hotels. So whatever it takes, get there. We're looking forward to seeing you there. There's going to be a special VIP event on Sunday. We'll talk about that separately. Here's your tickets. Prices are going to go up. I think we've got till June 30th. After that, they're going to go up because I've got to get the numbers into the hotel for what we have for food and beverage. So get them now before they go up. With that, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I'm going to introduce my friend and business partner. I'm so excited, Michael. We haven't even really talked a lot about the Dallas event yet because it's just been like, but I spent a long time talking to Kevin about it. I really love, we're going to tell the story. So this event in Dallas is a storytelling event. And so we're going to start off with, I'm going to bring Michael up to tell a story. We've been in this industry a long time, and I met him in 1995 in another company that Kevin Fournier was a part of, Evelyn Monroy was a part of, many of you were a part of. And we kind of started out there and how things evolved and where we went and how we've circled back. And it's really an amazing story. Mangosteen, of course, I went there and I was, launching this amazing product. When I heard about mangosteen, I had to be part of that. And at the same time, Michael was launching a new juice with the company I left that I used to be a part of. So kind of in like 2003 really was the beginning of 2 different juices that had, by the way, there's lots of them in the market and they have tremendous health benefits because of the antioxidant values. So they're all great. They're all good, but only one has these xanthone molecules. It is unique and you're going to find out why. And so we're excited about that. And we're excited that we're able to bring it in a 2.0 version to the world because of this company that Michael's been part of since 2016. So it's exciting. Now, what I really want to do is turn it over to this call over to Michael because I did my check today. Michael, he taught me how to do this. I'd never done it before. And all the companies I've been with and looking at good comp plans and stuff, I had never taken what was my volume, what was my paycheck.
That's
and
right.
Divide your paycheck by your volume and you come up with the percentage you were earning on the price people paid for products. And I was blown away because even when I was making bank, it was less than 5%.
Correct.
So I told you I was at 10%, right, Michael, when you were telling me. Well, guess what?
Yeah.
I did 14% last week, and the week before it was 12%.
Amazing.
this amazing thing is in most companies, right? The bigger you grow, because I just ranked up to 50K, well, you'd think, well, you're going to make more money. Yeah, but more money doesn't necessarily mean a higher percentage on the volume that week. So I just want you to share with people why this comp plan is off the charts. Somebody who's experienced it, who's a presidential director in this company, who is getting a 25% infinity bonus on top of the unilevel on all his new enrollments, which one of them just enrolled a month and a half ago, who's going to town, and whoa, the income's incredible. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Michael.
Oh, thank you so much, Kali. And let me say, there's so many great things about this business. The products are absolutely incredible. I love hearing the testimonials. That it really is, when you look at the end of the day, without your health, wealth doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So that's the most important thing. But, part of this whole journey for many people is to have freedom, to have a lifestyle, to do things. And that's what CTFO can offer people, whether you're looking to make a few $100s a month, a few thousands, or tens of thousands. I want to touch on a few things. First, I want to talk about the event. I'm coming to Texas. My wife is coming to Texas. And Kali, I know we talked about how many years have we seen each other in person? I know, has it been 20 something years? Has it been that long?
It has been 21 years since I've seen you.
I cannot wait to hug you and to see you. And I can't wait to see every single participant who's here and meet new friends and new people. The Connecticut event was incredible. And I am so excited to go to Dallas. This is going to be historic. I can't wait to meet Dr. T. I can't wait to see Sandy. I can't wait to see Bill and Charlie and Nick and so many other people. It's going to be a really great event. If you're on the fence, this is a must. This is to me is really, I hate to use the word because it's cliche, but I believe historic. I believe this is a historic event, and it's really an additional launching pad. We've had so many launching pads, but this one's going to be a massive one. I want to talk a little bit about the compensation plan, and by doing that, some of the things that I have found to be unique differently from the CTFO plan to the industry average or most companies, and from previous experience that I have seen. And I'm a comp guy. I've never been a product person. I've always been a comp guy. I joined the industry not for product many years ago. Now I love the product, but it could have been widgets. It could have been anything. I was looking for something that provided time, freedom, and residual income, and something that you can help serve other people. So here are the things that I found really, really unique, the checkpoints that when I looked at CTFO, the things that I personally fell in love with compared to other direct sales companies. So first, I love that it was free to come in. Now, free in sense that a customer comes in for free, or it's $29 one time to become a distributor, to get all the bells and whistles and free websites and back office and trainings, all that stuff. But that $29 is waived when you buy a product over $29 or over $29 or $45. That $29 is waived. So I'll say 99% of the people who come in, if not higher, it's a free sign up, where a lot of companies charge. The second thing is, what a lot of companies do is they have a high monthly qualifier, and they start playing around with things: BV, CV, SV, QV, RV, whatever names you want to do. What CTFO does, which I think is great, is they do wholesale dollar amount. And for you to qualify from commissions, whether you're just a manager one or you're a presidential director, it's simply $45 wholesale to put yourself in what we would consider an active status, where you can now qualify for commissions. That could be for personal use or for reselling. So we're either saying $45 within a 31-day period of time for either personal use or reselling. When you look at our products, many are transfer by products, whether you're buying a protein shake, a shampoo, a skincare, your Xantho Mist, a protein shake, your CBD, your keto creamer, your products for your pets. These are products you can buy normally elsewhere, but these are proprietary and you're self-directing, which I think is you're saving money buying from your own store, which is great. So I love the low entry point of free, okay, or the free with a product order with a 60-day money back guarantee, including a refund on shipping and taxes, 60 days empty bottles. And so basically it's a no-brainer. Now we start looking at the compensation plan. Most companies, in my previous company, you work the entire month. So, if you signed up and you started selling product or you were enrolling people, your group was growing, let's say on June the 1st or June 2nd, you would get paid once a month, okay? And you'd have to wait until the 15th of the following month. And a lot of companies still do that, or they do like a hybrid. They take some of the plan and pay some weekly and some of the plan monthly. I'm proud to say that our week ends every Sunday at midnight. And on Wednesday, you receive a text message and email saying you've been paid, and we use Quick Payer to get paid, which is unbelievable. So you can put it on a debit card, or you can put it direct deposit into your bank. There's options for you to be able to do that. So what a lot of companies now, they did transition to a weekly pay, but most that do weekly pay, they only take a portion of that weekly pay. CTFO pays out everything, whether it's the fast start money, whether it's a loyalty bonus, whether it's the infinity pay, whether it's the matrix, whether it's the profit sharing points, which is a multiplier, whether it's a unilevel, whatever it is, it's paid out on that Wednesday week ending. So that's unbelievable. In my previous company, they used to charge you a processing fee. So my previous company, they would charge you a 1% processing fee. And that might not seem like a lot, but an example, and I'm just, in full disclaimer, I do this full time, and I'm a full-time network marketer. So this is a little bit unusual. I'm not saying everyone does this, but I was making $60,000 monthly in my previous company. They would hold that money and not pay it until the month after on the 15th. So they held that money versus paying it weekly, and they would charge a 1% processing fee. So they're paying $600 just to get my check. Was insane. Was like, where's that money going? In CTFO, when you can choose when you want to take your money out, and it's $1, whether your check is $1,000, $10,000, $60,000, $100,000, there's just a $1 processing charge, which is a fee for the service that we use. So I just think that is these are minor things, but when the minor things begin to add up. So let's talk about the compensation plan, which I believe, in my humble opinion, I've studied Australian 2-ups and binaries and matrices and unilevels and coded plans. And, I've seen all of them come and go. I've seen everything that works. There's no perfect plan, okay? If there was a perfect plan, everyone would have it. What I look for in a plan is it fair? Is it lucrative? And can anyone succeed? Are you trying to balance your left leg with the right leg where there's massive breakage? Are they requiring you to do hundreds or thousands of dollars to keep qualified? Is there a lot of gimmicks and got yous? You got to have 6, who've got 9, who've got 12, who do this, who do that. There's a certain quota you've got to do, for example, like a company. And I'm not going to start downgrading companies, but it's like Mel Luca, for example. You've got to do a certain amount of points, a certain amount of enrollments. There's a lot of gimmicks and got yous in plans when you really begin to dig in. Kali hit on something really big. So traditionally in direct sales network marketing companies, when you look at your total wholesale volume, it is probably between 5, max 7%. In my previous company, Kali, you said you were around 5%. It's probably close where I was. I think there were some months where I was around 6%, but that is basically where the company, there's a lot of what's called breakage. What the word breakage means is they're like in a binary compensation plan. The reason they can do a binary and why most companies will become a binary, and I'm not discrediting binaries because there are a lot of successful binary companies. Just not everyone can succeed there. It's not for everyone to succeed because you have to have perfect balance to be able to really maximize that plan. And how the company can pay out so much money for those who've got balance is the majority of people don't balance, which is a word called breakage, which then it goes to the company. So if you're an owner of a company, a great way to start a company for profitability for an owner is to be able to have a binary, which is breakage. So in CTFO, let me talk about the different things. It's a hybrid, and I love that. It's not one way. It's a hybrid of ways to make money. And this is what's great. They have the fast start bonus, which is incredible. And this is for the person who's getting in. So when you're going through that checklist, free to get in, check. $45, check. Weekly play, check, right? Processing fee $1, check, right? So as you go through all the things that you're comparing to what's out there, and if you had a white piece of paper and you're looking for the ultimate thing, what are you looking for? So one big question is what a lot of people say is, well, how can I get into profit quickly? You know, I'm making an investment, I'm buying some product, and I'm putting this on my credit card. A lot of people say, hey, how can I get into profit right away? If I'm coming in with, which most people will do if they're taking the business seriously, is they'll come in with one of our packs. They'll come in with a 7-pack of Xantho Mist, or they'll buy a silver or gold or platinum pack and buy the variety of products that they want. And what they want to say to themselves is, okay, just put up the money. I'm getting the product, which is great value, and I'm saving money, right? Which is a reason to do it. The biggest reason to save money, but how can I get into profit right away? And because of things like our product introductory bonus, where you get between 10 to 50% of the commission value for every person you bring in for all their orders up in the first 30 days in the business. But in addition to that, for a new person, there in the first month, you can get a product introductory bonus. And then in the first 45 days, you can get an additional product bonus. So if you hit 1K, it's $300. If you go to 5K, or excuse me, 1K, it's $200. And then if it's 5K, it's an additional $300. You can make up to $500 in addition to your matrix, your infinity, your unilevel, your product introductory bonus. That's fast start money for hitting very, very easy qualify positions. So I think that is spectacular. Not many plans allow a no person to get into profit right away, which in our company you're able to do. And then it's kind of like, almost like you're putting everything into a blender and mixing it out. And you're saying, well, how can we divide all this money, this amount of money that we're gonna pay out, and do it equitably, fairly, and lucratively, where everyone can win, whether someone is part-time, whether someone's kind of doing it passively, looking to make a few $100s, whether someone's a serious leader saying, hey, I really want to do this full-time. Maybe someone wants to leave their job. Maybe someone wants to make a career out of this. Or someone has big aspirations. Hey, I want to make $1 million. All those are available in this company, depending on you and the effort you want to put in. So here are the things that are unique. One of my favorite things is the matrix. So there are not many matrix companies out there. Probably the most successful matrix company out there is Melaleuca, a $1 billion company. Challenges with a matrix is that it can create laziness. It's not really fair for someone, because what happens is their concept, hey, I'm going to come in, I'm going to get a spot. And because there's a matrix means you can only go so wide. In our matrix, it's a 3x14 matrix. So you can only go 3 wide. And after your third person, it starts filling in 3, 9, 27, 81. It starts filling in the matrix through 14 levels. So it creates spillover. The challenge with matrices, and why a lot of companies won't use a matrix, is because it creates laziness. People say, well, why would I have to enroll? Why would I want to enroll? What's the incentive? What's the carrot for me to enroll? Melaleuca uses a stick. And I'm not degrading Melaleuca, but what Melaleuca does is says, if you're not enrolling and you're not hitting certain quotas on a quarterly basis, you'll lose your team. You're not going to get paid. You know what I mean? There's all kinds of, like, again, it's the carrot versus the stick. What was so unique is CTFO has a patented matrix, which is called a multiplier, whatever word you want to use. I like to use the word multiplier because I think it's a great explanation. But after your third person you bring in, the computer system automatically generates, whether you want to call it a profit sharing point, whether you want to call it a clone position, I call it a multiplier. There's a variety of words you can use. It basically gives you a free spot above the next person. So even though that I've been involved with CTFO for many years, and I've got tens of thousands of people in my organization, I just enrolled a new person today, okay? I'm constantly enrolling because of the carrot, not the stick. And when I enrolled that new person, it wasn't it went into my matrix. It went way, 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 way. I don't control where it goes. It's just the computer system puts it and fills into the matrix. I have no idea where it went, right? When you have tens of thousands of people, and it's not about me, it's about you. It's about you a year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. This is a company built to last. And there's an incentive to enroll because you don't have to, but if you do, you're starting a brand new 3x14 matrix. So when I enrolled this person today and she came into the business and started a whole new matrix where I now am above, and it's not about me, I'm giving an example. It started a whole new matrix of a 3x14. Now, this is the unique thing. Because of the multiplier, right? You can get paid 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 7, 8, multiple times over because of all the profit sharing positions that you have inside of that matrix. Because every time you enroll someone after your third, you're re-entered into that 3x14 matrix. So you're on top of the matrix of the new person. But as the computer system pays out, the best way to look at it is this way. On that weekly basis, the computer system's looking and saying, okay, we're going to pay 14 people, 14 levels in the matrix on this order for this person, right? Every time it does that, and you could be in there multiple times, 2, 3, 4, 5. A great example is like you going to an ATM and you're trying to pull out $20 and you try to withdraw $20 for the same activity, but it's paying you $40 or $60, $80 or $100. So again, for those who create spillover, great because it's the multiplier. And for those who are getting the spillover, it's still nice, right? Because they're going to get paid, the 2% still in the matrix can be something, but creating the spillover is the carrot, not the stick. So I don't want to go into too much of a detail. This is not a detailed training. I just wanted people to walk away with an understanding. You can go into the compensation plan. There's a great presentation. There's a great, there's both a chart and there's a document you can read. I just want you to walk away with what I believe makes us so unique, how we pay out so much money, and what makes us so different, not just our technology when it comes to our xantho mist, our nano emulsion, not what makes us so unique with our amazing president and our leadership and all those things but our compensation. Another way we get paid is our unilevel. Unilevels allow you to go as wide as you want. We saw what happened with companies like Free Life International or Zango and a variety of other unilevels. Most companies do a traditional unilevel plan. Unilevels, I love unilevels. Unilevels to me are great because it allows you to go as wide as you want. They're easy to explain. They're easy to understand. You enroll one person, that person enrolls another person, and so forth, and you can get paid through 7 levels in the unilevel. And my previous company, which, I'm not in no way bragging, but I've made millions of dollars in my previous company, it was a unilevel. It became $1 billion company. I think most companies that reach that thing have a unilevel. We have a great, easy to qualify unilevel. It's very simple on how many levels you can go to without having to, again, spin a lot of plates, gimmicks and gotchas, and all these crazy things to do to get paid through the unilevel. So that's simple to do. Again, very understandable. Get in, if you have questions about that, you want to talk to your enroller, I'm happy to talk to you at another time and we can dig into that. Then we also have our Infinity Pay. And I love Infinity Pay because a lot of companies will have Infinity Pays. This is where we can pay between 5 to 25% above and beyond everything else. And I love Infinity Pays because Infinity Pay allows you to get paid farther down than 7 levels. Because what will happen is a year from now, 3 years from now, you're here today. Hopefully the reason you're here today is to be with a company built to last, to build a legacy, to build something that is walk away residual income, company you can trust. The great thing about a unilevel is you're not blocked on your 14th level. You're not, Infinities, you're not blocked on your 14th level in the matrix or your 7th level in the unilevel. You can get paid literally through infinity levels, and it pays up to 25%, which is incredible. But think about this, most infinity plans or most types of plans out there are binaries in infinity, right? You can get paid through infinity legs, but you're balancing. You absolutely have to balance. So you might have $1 million leg that takes off your power leg, right? But your inside leg, right, might be doing $1,000 a week, and you have $1 million on one side, but you have 1,000 on the other side. You're only getting paid on the $1,000 leg versus the $1 million leg. With CTFO, if you end up having a power leg in your business and it's in one of your infinity teams, right? You don't have to worry about balancing your left or your right, so on and so forth. So I absolutely love our infinity team pay. And again, it leads with the carrot, not the stick. When you hit certain levels, right? Like I'm a presidential director, as Kali said. So I'm at the 25% infinity pay. So that person that I enrolled today, not only did I get a 50% product introductory bonus, not only did I get a 25% infinity pay on her organization, because she's in my infinity team pay, not only did I get multipliers in the matrix, not only did I get paid in the unilevel, I got close to 87%, which is unbelievable. So do I have to enroll? No, most leaders in the industry stop enrolling because they just rather be in management mode, or they're forced to. Some companies, hey, you got to do something. CTFO allows individuals to say, hey, there's an incentive to continuously enroll. There's an incentive to share products. There's an incentive to share the opportunity. And I love that. I'd much rather be in a company that does that than discouraging it. Now, it took me time. It took me, quite a long time to get to it took me quite a time to get to that level. So that's not short term, that becomes long term. And that is where I like to share with people. It's more of a marathon than a sprint. And then I just love this part of it. I love the loyalty plan. I love the loyalty plan. I think that is the cat's meow. I think it's amazing. Most companies, again, they offer all this crazy stuff. Okay, we're going to give you a car bonus, and then all of a sudden you go and you get a lease, and then you're no longer. I've heard horror stories where most people, they don't tell you who get a car bonus. Their cars get repoed. You don't hear those stories. You know what I mean? It's sad to hear because they're sizzle-fizzle companies. I much rather see a cash bonus. Oh, we're going to give you a vacation, or we're going to do this. Why not get a cash bonus? So for us hitting 5K, right, you're now getting a $200 monthly bonus. And again, they don't play games. CTFO doesn't say, well, we're going to give you that $200 bonus next month on the 15th or the following month. They break it down. They say, well, you're a 5K, you're at $200 a month. You're going to get $200 a month. There's 12 months, so they take 200 times 12, right? It's $2,400. They divide that by 52 weeks, and they break it up. So when you look at your check and everything's disclosed in your back office, you can look at your commissions history, and you can see everything. You can see, hey, here's my infinity pay. Here's my multiplier pay. Here's my matrix pay. Here's my unilevel pay. And then you can also see your loyalty bonus pay. That starts at $200, and it goes up to $10,000. Up to $10,000. Now, Kali just said she became 50K, and I believe that's $2,000 a month. So Kali just was provided for hitting 50K in a short period of time, a $24,000 monthly bonus. And I don't know if you're still on, Kali, but I believe, and I apologize, I don't have all my notes in front of me. I love comp plans, but I just know the harder I work, the more you get paid, the more I share, the more you get paid. So when it comes down to the specifics, I don't know the details, but I believe 50K is, 50K is $2,000 a month extra. Awesome, Kali, right? That's $24,000 a year for just doing $50,000 a month. Now remember, that, Kali, was $50,000. It wasn't commission value. Okay, it wasn't BV, CV, QV, RV. That's the wholesale dollars of your organization to start getting a $2,000 monthly pay, monthly loyalty bonus. That's broken down. Kali doesn't have to wait for that. So what they would do in that case is they basically said, well, $2,000 a month times 12 months is $24,000 above and beyond everything else divided by 52. So when Kali got her check today, every Wednesday, in her check, it would say $461.54 is your, yeah, okay, there you go. Thanks, Golly. $461.89 is her weekly bonus. Okay. Now imagine what's going to happen when Golly becomes 100K, right? That goes to $3,000. When that goes to 10, look at this, at $10,000, right? When Golly hits president or director, which is really easy to do. It's not hard to do to have 3 people. It's only 300. Well, perfect math is $300,000 of volume. Golly did millions and millions of dollars at $10,000 a month times 12 divided by 52. You start making a weekly bonus of $2,307, and that's the smallest part of your check. So everyone's going to tell, every company's going to tell you they've got the best compensation and we pay out the most and all those things. But what Golly mentioned at the beginning is true. You have to look at what your wholesale dollar is that you're doing between your team and the amount of money, the percentages that you're making. And I have never seen a company pay out this month. And then you say, well, how can you do it? So there's different ways of doing it. The first thing you can do is you can offer cheap products. So if you offer cheap products, right, and you charge a higher price, that's one way you can get away with it, right? We'll just white label. We'll create cheap, ineffective products, and we will just oversell them at a higher price, and we'll pay out more money. That doesn't go against the culture of CTFO. That doesn't go against the mission of what they're trying to serve. So how else can you do it? Well, you become a privately held company, and there are privately held companies. You've got to take care of your stock owners, right? So you can't pay out those kinds of commissions. The third thing is you can have owners, and this is what happened in a previous company that I was involved with, or a particular individual, where they're multi-zillionaires, they're multi-millionaires buying, $30 million homes, and they're taking all the money and they're paying out less money. Our co-founders get paid the way everyone else does. There are no corporate profits. There is no, we're really, a company that doesn't have. So we're not publicly held. Our owners don't take a salary. Our co-owners don't take our share owners don't take a salary. They don't do anything different. They get paid in the same compensation plan. So when you can do that, that's how you can have a plan that becomes so lucrative and so fair. And, it's really based on your efforts. It doesn't matter how long you've been involved in the industry. It doesn't matter your race, your color, your religion, your beliefs. It doesn't matter. You're just a computer system. That multiplier, that infinity pay, basically goes down to, are you willing to continue to work? And I'll share with you, this is a private call. And I'm not saying this to brag, because I live a very, very, for those who know me, a very humble life. Money doesn't matter to me. I don't, I bought a used car. I didn't go out and buy. I don't have a Rolex. Look at my watch, just a rather, $100 watch. Freedom and time is what matters to me. But even with this small, free to sign up $45 thing, I've made now, I think, close to $3.6 million. Really over the last 5 years. But my first year in the business, I really started in June, a little over 7 years ago. Did it very passively. I came in mostly for the products. My first year, I made $368. That was it. But I began to, what I did is as people came and left, and people quit all the time, and people find the grass green, or people get discouraged, I just stuck with it. I just kept on sharing every day, just like I did today. I enrolled a person today. I talked to Golly, for my goodness, Golly. I think I was in the process of communicating with Golly for probably, I think it was 5 years until she was ready. Every day I get up and I share, just talk to people. I just try to find people who I can help with their health or their wealth, and people, I get more no's than anyone else. And I know that never missed a beat. Every Wednesday I get paid. I got paid today. And it's just a blessing. And it's not the amount of money I made, because that doesn't matter. It's helping and serving others, but it's the freedom. It's the time. It's not worrying about, oh, geez, I can't afford this, or I can't afford that, so on and so forth. So I hope that was a little bit of overview of how I see us different or unique I didn't want to go into the whole charts and throw, find one, you do this. I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to speak from the heart and just talk about why I feel that we're different than most companies and what makes us so unique, and know that if you're serious, depending on what it is, your activities will show it, what your income will show it. If you're committed to this, I'm not anyone special. You're probably much better than I am at doing presenting. You're probably much better at I doing all those things out there. The only thing I did is I just never quit. And I just got up every day and talked to people over and over again. And I probably had more people say no. And it doesn't bother me because I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm just trying to share with people. And now it's easier. I had to do this without nano emulsion, liposomal, mangosteen. I did this without having Kevin Fournier. I did this without all these other things. And now it's only getting better. So I'm going to pass. I don't know if Kali, if you're still there, it looks like you might be on. If there's something else that you want me to touch on, I don't know if that's really what you wanted me to go through. I don't know if there's any questions we can answer.
I love it, Michael. Everything you said was fantastic, all from the heart. Lots of great comments in the chat. Anybody has a question for Michael, please do that. If anybody has a product testimony I'd like to share, please raise your hand right now. And I'm going to look at the participants, and I thought I saw Charlie's hand go up, but I don't see it. So Charlie, tell me yes in the chat. Thought I saw your hand go up, but then I don't see it on the raised hands.
I'd love to see, Kyle, if you don't mind, if people can, for who's coming to Dallas, if you don't mind, say in the chat, if they could write I'm coming, so I can make sure I can say hello to everyone I'm flying in Thursday and leaving Sunday. So if you want to, and I don't mean to take over the call, but if someone's saying, hey, I'm coming to Dallas, you can do that. Charlie, awesome. I can't wait to see you in Dallas. Anyone else?
All right, Eileen is coming. Bill's coming. Hair on Fire is coming. Events are not negotiable. We're going to have to put that on our tombstone because that is an event that's not negotiable. It'll happen one day.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Hey,
Charlie raised his hand. He's there. What do you got for us? I'm so excited about some of the stuff that you've got in store.
Yeah, I have had, first of all, for the Dallas event, I've had a little bit of a family issue. I think I got it resolved with a grandchild and stepdaughter. So I'll leave it at that. I think I'm 99% resolved on that issue. Michael, nice job explaining. It's not a complicated comp plan. It's a very well thought out pay plan that really even the smallest player can make some good money at this, and I'm excited about that. You know what I was thinking, guys? What stunned me on the pay plan, I'm a pay plan person. I get it. I don't like to work for nothing. I want to know how do I make the most amount of money. When I first looked at my first check, I hit print the check register. I think I told Kyle and Sandy, blew me away. It was like 2 pages. And then my question to you is today, and you probably don't know the answer, when you clicked on your check register payout, how many pages was your pay today? 200?
On my pay?
Yeah.
Oh my God. No, it's more than 200 pages.
Oh, right. I was being kind of funny about that.
Yeah.
You know what I think would really, really help people if we could do a Zoom share, just one page or 1 or 2 pages of what does that look like on the matrix pay? Because you get paid, I get paid like 10 times. I got the regular unilevel pay and then like 8 times in the matrix pay. I'm scratching my head and going, I was playing golf last week. I was on a trip to Indiana and I go, I got paid and didn't do anything, obviously, for that period of time. So wonderful explanation. Now, for people that are wanting to know a little bit more, what is our core function? Here's the core function. Our job is to find as many people who will listen to what we want to share with them, what's the value of the product, why they should use it, and teach others to do the same thing. It's about as simple as it's going to get, right there. And the other was I want to share with you a story that emerged. Kali, I don't know if you saw my email announcement or Sandy did. I'm typing it up. Nancy comes downstairs to my office And she says, you will not believe what I'm going to tell you. And here's what happened. She's had high blood pressure issues since her early 20s, and 160 over 100-ish, and she had her second daughter. It's been controlled on about the same medication for all these years, drinking Zango juice. It kept it right around 145, 90-ish, low 80s for years. Xanthomist, 3 months. She did her 6-month checkup. She came in here, she wanted to tell me, I'm typing, she says, let me share you with you. She said, Charlie, Dr. Fisher couldn't believe it. 117 over 72.
Wow.
Guys, wait. 45 years on medication. Using Zango juice, it's been held at a level point. We added in a nice glutathione product a year and a half ago. Okay, just held things in the right spot. 3 months on Xanthomist, and I don't know when it really kicked in. Plus, her HDL climbed to 69, and it was under 55 6 months ago. What's going on? Right? What's going on? The mangosteen xanthones are how many times more potent and powerful in Xanthomist than any other source on the planet. That's what we have. That's very special, guys. So that's
Yes,
it. I mean,
if I had my little disclaimer guy going, it would go, this is not intended to treat or diagnose real quickly like they do on commercials. But Charlie, I just got my numbers too. I had my blood work done in February, and I had my blood work done again the end of May, because I wanted to see, and all of my numbers, my doctor said instantly, like, what are you doing? I go, what do you mean, what am I doing? I told you what I'm doing. I gave you a Xanthomist last time. So I gave her 4 more this time. And I said, look, you're going to use these on 4 of your worst patients. And then we're going to circle back in a month. And I'm excited to see what the results are going to be.
I've got my disclaimer right here. This call is intended to introduce and educate people about a natural product or group of products and blah, 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 blah. For me, we go to the same doctor. I'll give you, folks, here's what you need to think about. Your blood work is your report card of your health. And it's the supplements you take or don't take. My PSA, I'm 76, 0.022. My BP fluctuates like 110 over 65. No medication ever. The C-reactive protein, it used to have a real number, like at 0.010 or whatever. Now it's just the less than sign, 0.3 or 0.03 or whatever. My doctor said, well, it's probably not existent because he knows what's going on. And that's a critical factor. LDL 141, LDL 141, HDL 70, perfect 2-to-1 ratio. These are numbers that are critical at being able to determine how you're going to age healthfully. So
agreed. So everybody should get their numbers.
Get your numbers.
Yeah, get your numbers. All right. Well, back to the money, Michael. I know that there's we're just barely beginning down this path, and we got to run with mangosteen. We did a 5-year run to $1 billion with a juice. I can imagine, since this nano emulsion is 500 times stronger, wouldn't it be amazing if we got there 500 times faster? Whatever that number is going to be, I think in the next 12 to 24 months, people will grab a hold of this story and this product, share it off, and invite everybody to take a look, invite people to try it. It's a 60-day money back guarantee. So get a 2-pack. You could try, you got 2 months worth there. If it doesn't work, they get their money back. But you know what people are doing? They're upgrading to 7-packs and doing the deal and sharing with others, because the comp plan is incredible. The product is incredible. The story, the timing, we're just beginning. Michael, back to you for any final.
Yeah, I just wanted to, I wanted to reminisce, because I gave a number. I'm very transparent, and I always like to give factual information. So when you guys were talking, I think I said $368. I'm looking at my income because I keep track of it. It was in 2015, and my first year was $318. That was my first year in the business. Now remember, it was different. I didn't have Xanthomist. I didn't have all the things that we have right now. But I will show this. This is a small group. I don't know if I can share my page or not. Let me know if you can see it. Can you see my page?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, that was 2015. That's 2016. This is why we say it's a 3 to 5 year plan. Look what happens after 3 years. That was 2018, 2019, 2020, and you can only imagine what's happening now. But that's the difference. But most people quit right here, Colleen. They give up, they quit, they get disappointed, you know what I mean? Have a lot of no, so on and so forth. But this playpan, I just kept on, I stuck with it. People left. I mean, I'm being transparent. Leaders came, leaders went, you know what I mean? They thought something was greater, you know, people get discouraged. The only difference between me and them was I just said, this is a great home. This is a home I can trust. They're great products. They're great people. You know what I mean? It became really, really important. So I just made it. I made a wrong thing in the statement. So I just wanted to point that out to everybody.
I absolutely love that. And considering the fact that you have made millions in this industry prior, that might have looked like a slow deal to you. You might have looked at that and thought, oh my gosh, I've made so much more money than this in my second and third year. Yeah. But you knew what the future was because you knew who the people were. Yeah. And that's what I love. And
there wasn't Xanthomist. You know what I mean? I didn't have a sexy, unique product that had the technology. I had none of that stuff. You know what I mean? I saw the vision. So for those who see the vision now, those who see the vision of where we're going internationally, there was no Mexico, there was no UK, there was no Australia, there was no Philippines, there was no Colombia, there was none of that stuff, right? You've got to see the vision of where we're going. And Xanthomist is the first of many mists. Do not think that there's another one they're already working on. You know what I mean? They've been working on it for quite some time. Kevin is a visionary. Kevin is building this thing to be $1 billion company. What I showed you was based on us doing millions of dollars. Imagine what's going to happen for those who are involved now, who have got the advantage of all the things that we didn't have. Collie, your income is going to be far more this year than probably my 2007, my third year in the business. It's happening quicker for people. Just your loyalty bonus alone is going to be more than that's over there. So I didn't show that to discourage people. I was just showing people that you can reach it a lot quicker now ever than before because of all the things that are happening. We didn't have conventions and events and all those great things that we're doing and stuff like this. It's going to go a lot faster. It's compressing time for those who are more serious. You can get there quicker.
Yes, you can. And yes, we will. So, all righty. I'm excited about everybody. Deborah has a product question. I don't know that you're able to answer, Michael. You can just look at it if you feel like,
okay.
It's really a Dr. T question. But we do know how long it takes to get into your system. It's minutes.
Yeah.
We do know that.
I have a question. How long does it take to get into your system and start working on you like this? You know, I think the answer is everyone's different. I think everyone's different. I think the Xanthomist gets into your system immediately. How quickly you feel a difference, I think everyone's biologically different. I don't think everyone's the same because there could be a placebo effect for some people. You know what I mean? So I think placebos have a big part of anything in life. But I've heard people say, hey, it wasn't until the 7th day that I start noticing a huge difference in my sleep, where some people said, hey, the first night I slept like a baby. You know what I mean? I've heard people say things like I was in discomfort and I took it and literally, my goodness, within an hour, I've noticed that my discomfort wasn't as much. Where I've heard some people say, I haven't noticed a difference until like my 14th day. So I think it's no different than pharmaceutical products or anything else. I think everyone's different. But I don't, again, going back to even like in the products, I don't think of things short term. I think of things, Deborah, long term, the long-term health. And there are things that are out there that that it can be doing things to me. Like when I read about Zango, and thank you to Charlie and to Sandy, to Kali teaching me about Zango and the importance of it. I'm more, for me, it's the things it's doing for my cardiovascular, things that are doing for my inflammation, things that are doing for the C word, you know what I mean? All those great things that are going on in the human body that you might not even feel a difference, but there are many things that people do feel immediately and some that are out there. But yeah, anything that gets into your bloodstream in a very quick level is you're getting better absorption, better deliverability, better potency, and so on and so forth.
Great. And Deborah's saying, asking the question a different way. If you're on pain medication, how long does it take? So anything that you have to swallow and goes through the gut and comes out the other side is an hour to 2 hours, sometimes more, depending on different individuals. Even like edible THC products say 1 hour or is a fast acting, and it says 2 hours. An edible, a Tylenol or whatever it is, your pain and whatever medication. So, and that's the same way with, I'm going to say mangosteen juice, and I'm like everybody to start using that word. But if you're drinking a mangosteen juice, it has to go through the gut and out the other side. So it's definitely going to be hours before, anything is happening. But with this, it's going in, it's absorbing into our soft tissue, and it's going right into the bloodstream.
Yeah.
So it's getting into the body instantly. Now, what will it do for you? I used to tell people, disease takes a long time to show up in the body. You got things going wrong in your body, cells are, whatever's happening is happening. And it takes months or years before it'll show up on a medical test or a blood test and say, hey, you got a problem. So what we're doing is we're feeding our body with all those good, wonderful nutrients that it needs to get healthy. And whatever, if we have damage in there that we don't even know about yet, because we haven't even been diagnosed because it's not to that point, it'll just start working on that. And maybe we'll never know how close we were to having a challenge. But if we continue to feed our body the good nutrition, you're going to find that no matter what, you're definitely going to be healthier. With that, we are almost to the time, so we're going to sign off for now. And
you guys are all awesome. I can't wait to see you, Kali. Charlie, you better make it. You teased me last time, buddy. So
well, I had a discussion with my wife today and told her, this will work out.
Good.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see everyone else. I can't wait to meet everyone in person. And this is the first. I was actually talking to Kevin today. He was talking about potentially a cruise coming up, and the future has never been more bright. And how much I appreciate everyone, and thank you everyone for jumping on tonight.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you
guys.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.